So, what good you people? Today we have with us someone who give us an insight to GFSU, and not only about its insight, it would also acquaint us with its reality right from the admission process to life in GFSU, internships, placements, and most importantly, life after GFSU. So today we have with us someone who is presently pursuing MSc Forensic Science with specialization in cyber forensics. So please welcome Mr. Alex Saxena. So, bro, welcome to our show. And before you speak,
Thank you. Hello.
you know, thank you for gracing our show because we just had a simple conversation and I didn't expect that you'd be so kind and join our show. So, bro, thank you for that. And before we get into the questions and answers, I'd like you to give us a bit of insights about your journey right from BSc Forensic Science in Amity to MSc Forensic Science in GFSU. So, how your journey has been.
First of all, I would like to thank you for welcoming in your podcast for your invitation.
Welcome, bro.
And in 12th, in 11th, I took PCB. So like with a dream of everyone has a big dream of if he's
Yeah.
pursuing for PCB, then they have a dream of becoming a doctor.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I also had the same dream, but unfortunately, I didn't clear it. So once I was, filling the form of one of my friend's form I was filling in Amity, Noida. So I saw this course, forensic science.
Yeah.
Grabbed my attention, and the word itself fascinated me.
Exactly.
So I thought like I researched about it then, forensic science, what it is, what all course like syllabus it has, and what all it provides. So I researched about it, and it looked very much interesting, and so I thought like I could keep it as my last option, and here I am. I have already chosen it. So that's how I entered in. At that time, Amity Noida, the seats there were full, so I was left with the Gurgaon campus option. So I enrolled in that. So that's how my bachelor's journey started. So then 3 years passed, and it was quite a beautiful journey there, as the teachers, they are from like very renowned colleges like Delhi University, even from the PhD from AIMS. So the teachers were very helpful along, and the seniors there were also very helpful. So all in all, my journey was, it provided me a platform like to stand up.
Yeah.
So it's my alma mater. Then came the sixth semester, and everyone was like where we should go, like which university is best, and everyone starts comparing things. So we were also doing the same. Then
It is to happen.
I researched about, yeah, I researched about every colleges like NICFS, then Delhi University, GFSU. Then I even asked my seniors who were already in GFSU and other colleges like DU and NICFS. Then and even my faculties. So they all suggested that if you want to pursue like your future, if you want to go in your cyber field, then GFSU is the best option, because it's the only university which will provide you placement in the field of cyber, if you take cyber in your specialization. Because it only gives you 100% placement in cyber only, not all the other courses.
Not all the other courses.
Only in cyber. If you're taking, if you're taking specialization in cyber, like there are FPQD, toxicology, and biotechnology, like they won't give you placements there. So then I filled the form. Yeah, I even filled the form for IP University, like that conduct
For
NICFS
NICFS.
exam. Yeah. So at that time, I didn't study about it because the exam was in May only. End term exams were there. So after that only, with a 2-3 days gap there was exam,
The syllabus is
and
also
my
tough
maths
over
is
there
very weak. So
because
yeah, actually
they put
they
questions
include
from
maths na.
yeah
Yeah, maths, physics, pure maths, physics and
everything.
chemistry.
They put questions from every science branch.
Yeah, so yeah, so you have to go 3 years back and study everything again. So
Yeah.
there was not much time left to do that. So I didn't secured good marks there. So I only was left with GFSU because at that time DU also their entrance was a bit
Yeah,
late.
it was
So
came late.
my
Yeah.
next yeah, my next target was GFSU,
Mm-hmm.
and so I filled the form. Then for preparation purpose for the entrance, I didn't prepare like specifically for it, but all you have in 3 years of your bachelor's, what all you have studied,
Yeah.
you should have a brief knowledge about everything.
Everything.
That's the main thing. And the question that the questions they asked were include from mathematics also, and general knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
then physical science, chemical science, botany, zoology, and forensic science. But the paper was quite not much difficult and not much hard. It was moderate level.
Yeah, yeah.
So I gave the paper and it went pretty well. The same day we got results for
So
the
it's the same day you
entrance.
got your results.
So yeah, evening 6 p.m. only.
Okay.
We didn't even reach our hotels back from the university. So the
And the
same day
counseling
they
starts the very next day.
bombarded us with not the very next day. First they gave you the results like how much people have scored, how many people have given the paper. Then
Mm-hmm.
after 10 days, after
Okay.
2-3 days, they give a merit list. So in that merit list, according to the quotas that they have, like 50% for outsiders and 50% for the people of
Gujarati.
the state of Gujarat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so they give a merit list according to that. So the merit list came. Actually, I scored the second highest marks in the entrance. So my name was on in the top three. So it was counseling process was after 10 days. So in that you have to just submit your mark sheets, all the mark sheets, some migration and TC that you get from your previous college. So the counseling process was on 10th, like after 10 days.
After 10 days.
So after that, yeah, after that they give you 2 to 3 days time to submit your fees for the
Please.
first semester.
Okay.
Then after submission of your fee, you
Mm-hmm.
can the session starts from within a week, like on 18th, I remember the session started. So
Mm-hmm.
and there is one thing that if you want to take a hostel in the campus, that you will it's high chance that you won't get it, because only 3 to 4 people from my class, from a batch of like 90 to 100, only three
Mm-hmm.
to four people got the hostel. It's like that. So you have to arrange for your
So it's a very
accommodation.
limited number of seats
Few,
for hostels.
yeah, yeah, very limited. And actually, a new building is being made up for like foreign students. So this year
Mm-hmm.
or maybe next year, might people can get college hostel easily.
Okay. So bro,
So
I would like to
that's
ask you
how
this note.
I
Yeah. That you talked about the admission process. So just I want to know one thing. For people who are from not the Gujarat state, the Gujarati people who are not from Gujarat state,
yeah.
okay. So what would be the cutoff for them to get an admission over this college in this college? Like what would be the cutoff score or what would be cutoff merit list, merit rank?
The cutoff merit rank was 50 people. First 50 people were called for the first counseling. Then if seats are left, then the second counseling
Mm-hmm.
happens, and from the general quota, like for the outsiders, which is 1 to 50, if any seat is left, that will be given to other general people. And if maximum 70 merit rank, if you're getting 70 merit rank, you can get the seat. So around 55, you have to score
Within
out of
55.
100, you have to score out of 55. Yeah, at least 55 marks.
Okay. Bro, can you give an estimate number of students applying for the admission process?
The number of applicants were around 600, but
600, yeah.
the people who gave paper the same day were around 400. So
400. So it's
that's
approximately 500
that
on
can
a,
vary year to year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, on an average, you can take it as 500.
Okay, so it's my next question to you, bro, is about how is GFSU, because there are so many speculations about it within us, and it's for all the forensic science students who are pursuing their BSc, it's like a dream for them to go into the GFSU. Like for any, if you take up any student from BSc forensic science, their first preference will be GFSU for sure. So
Yeah.
how is GFSU in general? It's laboratories, it's academicians, teachers, professors, are they helpful? Is it easygoing, or there's something something behind the back?
Um, in case if you first talk about like the library, I'll talk about it first. The
Mm-hmm.
library is the books. There are, you will get on each topic, you will get each book.
Every book that's possible.
Like if there is any topic in forensic science,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
every book that's possible you'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the library is first class.
Okay.
And you're talking about lab, the ballistic range, the CDC center, and
Yeah, yeah.
toxicology. Every lab is fully equipped with the latest equipments you will use or latest technology,
Mhm.
RT-PCR and
Mhm.
UV
Yeah, yeah.
visible, X-ray, XRF. Every instrument is there, so you'll get a hands-on experience on every instrument if you're taking admission here.
Mhm.
And the faculties, the research scholars, they are very helpful and they'll guide you throughout if you have good contacts with them. That
Mhm.
they'll even guide you like which specialization you should go. And
Mhm.
the seniors also, they are also very helpful because obviously you
Mhm.
are the, if you're staying in hostel, they will be the first one you'll have a connection with.
Okay.
So all in all, they have a very positive environment, and I don't think there is anything negative about it.
I would like to ask you on that note as well, because I came across some people from GFSU who are passed out right now, and they're working at different places. So I came across like 4 or 5 people, and they said that, bro, if you wish to join GFSU, make sure you do not mess up with the professors, because if at once you mess up with them, they will ruin your career. Is it true? Like, can you give us an
Uh, Actually, in my batch, I haven't seen an example like that. If
Mhm.
you're stating that, but the teachers are very helpful. I didn't find like if you even if you ask any absurd question or anything in your class, the teacher will take it lightly and respond you accordingly. So I don't think that if you are with a negative mindset that you have to teacher को नीचा दिखाना है class में, then that's a
Uh-huh.
different story. But
Yeah, I completely agree to it, because that forensic hackathon that was supposed to be uh,
yeah,
taken place. So I was also participating in, and I
yeah,
had
yeah.
here from your cyber department, Mr. Rathore sir, most probably
Mm-hmm.
someone by the name Rathore sir is there, right? If I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he was our mentor for the project, and we were working on cyber psychology. So we used to have like 10 to minimum 5 to 10 phone calls each day. So I used to call him about certain things and we used to talk. But I never felt that he's getting irritated
Yeah.
or being annoyed with the phone.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, even like you're talking about Rathore sir, he's quite busy person because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
also
yeah.
handles the internship and
Leadership
placement throughout
department.
the year. So
Yeah.
yeah, so if if he's helping you like receiving your 10 calls per day,
Mm.
then you are the one to guess like.
Yeah, I still remember one of the incident that I was calling him back to back like for two three times, and he didn't receive the call, and he texted me back. मतलब वो इतने busy है, मतलब वो अगर text नहीं
Yeah,
तो भी चलता है, तो he texted me back that dear, I'm busy at the moment. As soon as I'm free, either I'll leave you a text message or I'll call you back, and he did it.
yeah,
ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे call करना पड़ा, he
that
himself called me.
yeah, that amount of, yeah,
So
that's how much they take care of students. Like
I was very
you are
astonished.
outsider
Yeah. Which I had never met him.
and we are insiders, so you can imagine
Yeah.
teachers are very good.
Please carry on. Thank you. Bro, since you are from BSc Forensic Science background and you have been a part of Amity University, I'm also being a part of Amity University. And हमारा Forensic Science is more about practicals, right? हमारे को practical knowledge
Yeah,
चाहिए. And the biggest drawback that each forensic science college has is the laboratories. They are not equipped. They're not at all equipped. So how important is the role of internships during your academic years, do you think?
if you are in your bachelor's, like there is a compulsion in after second year you have to do your internship. So internships you can they give you exposure like
Absolutely.
one they first you are doing your academic course, then you step in an internship, you step outside of it and
Absolutely.
see how if you are in private, how's the corporate world works, or if you are in government, how the government sector works. And there is a difference between how the government works and the corporate sector works, so you get an exposure. You get an exposure like how people are working outside, because in the future you'll be also a part of it. So I think internships are very much important if you are even in your bachelor's or in your master's.
Bro,
But due to COVID, the scenario has changed.
completely changed. It has transformed into online trainings and all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I would like to ask you one more thing, that bro, what would you recommend, doing an internship from private organization or a government organization?
Mm, mm, I did my internship in State Forensic Science Lab, Jaipur. So it was a government organization. Uh, the our assistant director in cyber forensics division, he was very helpful, even though they are quite busy, but the amount of time like they gave us is very appreciable. So I haven't worked yet in a private sector, so I can't comment about that. But all of my friends that have worked, so I have got an insight from them. Like in private sector, you'll be trained to go in a private sector only. But in government, they won't treat you like you have to go in a private sector. So they will teach you or train you whatever they have. And even if you are not working, if in apart from other division, like I was in cyber, and if you want to go and see what happens in forensic question document division or arson or ballistics division, you can very well go and visit it and get an insight about it, like how the things are working. But they actually, the procedure in getting a government internship is quite difficult to get in government sector, because they are not taking any fee or anything from you.
No, but recently, the RFSLs in Mandi and Dharamshala, they have started an internship program, and they charge around 2,500 per trainee, per intern, and they provide internship for around 2 weeks to 4 weeks. That's the maximum range, minimum 2 weeks, maximum 4 weeks. So they have recently started this program, and some of my juniors has been some of my juniors went there like last year, and they said me one thing is that if you wish to do an internship from government sector, like the very first internship you're doing in your life, forensic science career, you should always do it from a private lab, because प्राइवेट लैब में क्या होता है ना कि वो लोग आपको हाथ पकड़ के सिखाते हैं, गवर्नमेंट में वो चीज नहीं कराते. मतलब ये
हाँ, गवर्नमेंट में ऐसा आपको लग सकता है कि वो स्पून फीडिंग आप उसे कह सकते हैं, हाथ पकड़ के सिखाना इज इक्विवेलेंट टू स्पून फीडिंग.
स्पून फीडिंग.
सो उसमें आप गवर्नमेंट में वो आपको they'll give a direction like this is the trending things and you have to do it by yourself because they don't have
that much time
to spend on you. So there is a difference because in private you are paying it, you are paying for what
you are learning is
you are getting in
than
return.
an internship.
But in government, what
like working in private lab, like they do term that as an internship. It's more of a training. They train you, but it's not actually an internship.
Yeah, actually they'll train you for how to the things work in private sector.
So bro, my next question is about the placements in GFSU, and बहुत लोगों का बहुत सारे कहना है. I made a video about placements in GFSU with the data that I received from their website, GFSU website, and a few people has told me that वहाँ पे placements जो होते हैं वो होते नहीं है. They are actually internship and वो उनको placement के नाम पे वहाँ पे website में डालते हैं. So I think you will be the right person to give us an insight about what's the actual scenario about placements in GFSU.
I don't know from where you heard that, but the placements are the teachers, they work around the clock and whole throughout the year. What they do is they ask the companies that what all skills you required in a person, and only those skills will be those part you will be taught in your course which the company wants. So what's better than that? Like if अगर आपको अमेजोन में जाना और अमेजोन में आपको जाने के लिए ये स्किल सेट चाहिए, वही आपको आपके एकेडमिक करियर में पढ़ाया जा रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली जो कंपनी आएगी प्लेसमेंट के लिए दे विल रिक्रूट यू if you clear all the rounds of interview and even the written test. So it's not like a single interview or something like that. First they take a written test, then 2 to 3 rounds of interview they take, and after that you are close. Yeah. And I'll tell you about my seniors. Like there were 16, my seniors were 16 in number in cyber forensics, and all 16 of them are placed now. I am in touch with 2 or 3 of them, and all are placed. Some are placed through the campus placement procedure. Some are placed who didn't get campus placement, but some the teachers they are very helpful. They'll provide you a way through which you can secure your seat even if you are not getting placed in the campus.
So bro, can you give us an estimate amount about the average package? I know it's not it doesn't get disclosed, but still if you can give us an insight about it.
I can tell you about my senior that one of them is they are placed around 7 to 8 lakhs per annum.
That's pretty.
And and that's not the highest.
Achha, highest is above 10.
Yeah, that's not the highest.
Yeah. And bro, as you very well say that it's a series of things that you require to pass in order to get a placement. And I also believe that it's just not about the institute; it's also about you, how competent you are to get that placement.
Yeah.
Company won't recruit just to study in GFSU, right? And it's not
actually just... What happens is that there are 3 courses like MSc Cyber Security, then MSc in Digital Forensics and Information Security, and then MTech Cyber Security. So there is a competition. The companies that came, then you have to stand shoulder to shoulder with the people from MSc Cyber Security as well as DIFS as well as the people from the MTech course.
Yeah.
So you in those 6 months you have to get yourself prepared for that. because your competition is not your classmates, but the people from the other course.
Okay, and bro, what about the placement scenario of the management department, Institute of Management and Training, like those MBA courses that have been provided by GFSU?
The MBA, some of the MBA courses have started this year only, but I think one or two courses were earlier also.
MBA
So
Forensic
there
Accounting
is
and
MBA
Homeland
in
Security was, yeah, it was already being provided like.
Homeland Security. Yeah. So I know some seniors that have been placed in the Homeland and Security Department from that course, and uh, around 10 to 12 people are placed from that course. I don't know about the accounting one because I don't know anyone from there. But yeah, the anti-terrorism, Homeland and anti-terrorism, they have a good placement ratio.
And what's the average package is like? Can you give us an insight about it?
I have no idea about that Homeland course.
Okay,
So
okay.
I can't comment.
So yeah, so my last question to you is about what would be your suggestions to all those students who want to join GFSU? Like, how should they prepare for the admission procedure, and what are the things that they should take care of in order to study in GFSU?
If people who are seeing, like, who are in the last year of and they are wondering like how can they get admission in GFSU, all is that you should have thorough knowledge about what all you have studied in your 3 years of forensic science in your bachelor's. Along with that, you should have a basic general knowledge about the things, and there are some questions on English as well. So study a little bit about English. And maths के लिए पढ़ने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. That's quite easy.
That's
So
just more of
by that you can
mathematical problems, like
crack it.
statistical and mathematical problems.
Yeah, very very simple. Like if you want to calculate the average, some numbers are given, you can what is the average of those numbers. Then simple interest, compound interest, like that only.
Okay.
So maths was quite easiest I could say.
Okay. So thank you so much, bro, for gracing our show, and it was lovely talking.
Welcome.
And yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. All the best.
Thank you.